Hi, everybody. This is Norm DeVay. I'm the Vice President of Marketing here at Copa Health, and it is Friday, April 15th. We're halfway through the month of April, which means we are heading into Mental Health Awareness Month, where Linda Torkelson, our Marketing Director, Jeff Baer, and I work really hard on a campaign all month called 31 Days of Healing. So we're so excited to get that started. Be looking for it. Everybody should count every day and every month as mental health awareness, but we set aside May, especially in the United States, to recognize that. So, hey, we today have somebody that hasn't been with us before. I thought for sure she had, but when I asked her, she's like, nope, this is the first time. I believe that because for the longest time, our guest had the office right next to me, and then she just recently moved far, far away. So I have to go out of my way now to see her, but I made sure that she's on the Copa Roundup today. Gladys Lopez is our Copa Health Controller. And Gladys, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Norm. Thanks for having me. I'm nervous and excited. I feel like I'm part of a movie right now.
You are part of a movie, and you're the star, and you're doing a great job. It's so wonderful to see you. And you know, we've had lots of conversations about different aspects of this company, and obviously, as controller, you touch a lot of different parts. But can you tell everybody who might not know what a controller does? Tell us about your job and what you do within the Copa structure.
I'll be happy to share. I'm very excited to be here to connect with everyone. I mean, once you know me, you'll know that I'm all about connection. And so as a controller, I am responsible for all the accounting related activities across Copa. But more importantly, I make sure that my staff is connected to Copa's mission and goals. And this is important because it inspires and engages my staff to do their best. So I really consider our people to be our most important asset. I have been Copa's controller for over a year. I can't believe it. And I still have a lot to learn. I feel very lucky to be part of an organization whose goal is to simply help others with compassion and determination. I remember the moment I learned about the work Copa did, because I live in the West Valley, so I wasn't very familiar about who Copa was. Copa was a new name, right? Because it used to be Mark and PIR. So I wasn't really sure what Copa was. And when I started researching to come to my interview, and I learned about all the amazing things Copa did for the community and the people they served, I was sold. I wanted to be part of it. So I knew that was a decision that I had already made before coming to my interview. And and I also have a personal experience. My niece is wheelchair bound and has developmental disabilities. So Copa's work hits home for me. So I really don't see my job any different from the rest of the departments at Copa. We all have our expertise, and we all are a piece of the Copa puzzle. And I want to, which all we want to do is help and make a difference. So I feel very supported by John Moore, our CFO, as well as Shar, our CEO, and the rest of the executive team.
Well, I tell you, you had me at helping others. I just think that is fantastic. And yes, Copa Health's history goes back to 1957, where 9 families who had children with developmental disabilities were looking for services. And so I'm so glad that you found a place that you think really, not only meets your niece's needs or the types of needs that people like your niece have, but also, fits the type of culture that you want to be in. So, I'm so glad that you're here. So we know that you run many different areas. I have a special affinity for the accounting department, because when I first started here over 20 years ago, the accounting department kind of took me in because I was the sole IT employee at the time. They took me in and, made me part of their social team. We would have happy hours and events and stuff together. But tell us a little bit about the areas within the accounting department that you have, and help us so that the staff will understand a little bit better the inner workings of the accounting department.
All right, I'll try to make it as fun as possible, because I know accounting can be a little boring. But under the finance umbrella, we have, just to make it very simple, we have the accounting team and the billing team. We are a team of 13 here in accounting, the 924 building, and about 8 in our billing team on 7th Street, led by Sean Yarbrough, which I'm not sure if he's been on Copa Roundup, so he might be another guest you might want to tap into. But before I get into the details of all what we do, I just want to brag about our team a little bit. We have grown in the last year to become a connected, trusting, efficient, and powerful team. We have very dedicated managers and staff who are here to serve Copa and its members. And it's because of them that we're successful, really. I'm just there to support them, but they're the ones that come up with the new ideas. They're the ones that come up with, how we can become more efficient. So I'm just very, very proud of our team. And I want to take this time to publicly thank you for the amazing opportunity that you gave us, Norm, to take our staff to visit a few Copa locations. We visited at one of the group homes. We visited our Gateway Clinic, I believe. We visited our villages, our ERS programs, and the staff, they were so thankful for this experience, which allowed them to really connect and understand what we're supporting from the back seat. So I just wanted to mention that real quick. So to get into what we do here in finance, we are responsible for tracking income and expenses, right, for the whole company, and providing this information in a very timely fashion. So it's really tracking all the funds coming in, all the expenses going out, and providing accurate and timely financial information to our executive team and the government to make business decisions. So that is our main goal: accuracy and timeliness. That's really what we're all about here in finance. Some of the things that we do, as I shared before, billing. We have to bill for the services that we perform here in Copa so we can get paid. We pay our vendors for supplies, software, benefits, utilities, you name it. Anything that we use here at Copa, we have to make payments and make sure that we make them timely. We process payroll, make sure that we pay our employees on time and accurately. We do financial reporting. We bring all these transactions together into a reporting so they can make sense to our executive team. We plan for future, we prepare budgets. We work closely with the ELT team to understand what's coming up. With the Utah expansion, we need to understand what does that look like? How does that impact, right, our forecast and our budgets? We take care of audits. We have many audits that come our way, and we have financial controls, which is, we have to keep an eye on things such credit cards and petty cash and things like that. So we're always protecting Copa. So really our job is crucial to allow Copa to grow, as we're seeing now with the expansion of Utah again. But we can't do it alone. We can always tell you the financial story at the end of each month. However, we cannot change that story. We need our leaders across Copa to be financially aware as we run our operations. So that's, in a nutshell, kind of what we do. Hopefully I didn't bore everybody.
No, and the thing that's interesting, Gladys, and I talk about this all the time, nobody ever really pays attention to IT until something goes wrong. A lot of times people aren't paying attention to our people first department until there's a huge need. And the same is true in accounting. I believe that your accounts payable and your payroll people are some of the hardest workers that are out there. And like I said, they don't get a whole lot of gratitude until something goes wrong, and then, or actually recognition until something goes wrong, and it's rarely gratitude at that point. But I have to tell you, people in your payroll department, Wanda and accounts payable, they're some of my favorite people because they take care of me, they take care of the company, and they make sure that we look good in front of other organizations that are critical to us succeeding. So I really thank you for that. And I thank your entire staff. And as far as the tour that we took, I just love talking about Copa Health and the history. And I'm hoping that someday I'll be able to take you on a tour of the West Side so you can see more things. But so I know we've got a couple of new initiatives from accounting and finance. Some of them were initiated by you. Can you tell us what's new with the accounting and finance department?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of opportunity, a lot of work for us. And it's exciting to be part of that change. One of the things that we focused originally last year was people, invest in our people, to create a positive culture, to create trust where employees can feel safe, respected, and excited to come to work. Support employees' growth by listening and providing trainings and education that will make our workforce stronger. So that was one huge initiative that we had over the last year. Also consistency. In the last year, we have worked hard to strengthen our foundation, which has allowed us to become consistent with our deadlines and responsibilities. And also automation, and that's what you were talking about. We are very close to go live with our accounts payable automation, which will allow us to go paperless and become more efficient, and prepare for growth. This year, we will also be working on automating credit card expense workflows and automating our budget process, which is coming up soon. So automation is in our list, as we work through our, our current work. We don't want to leave that, off our list. We want to make sure that we always go back to it and see how we can improve, on automating our processes. A couple of things that we want to work on this year coming up. We already started the process, but it's number one, education. This is important because we want to make sure that our leaders have all the financial information and tools to be successful. So this month, we will be starting monthly financial reviews with each of our programs directors to discuss their department financial performance and answer any questions they may have. So again, it's connecting, learning from each other, make us all stronger. So I'm excited to connect with the program directors to talk about, what kind of questions they have around their financial performance, and help each other that way. And then the next thing we want to work on in 2022 is visibility. Visibility of our financial performance is very important. And it's important because we need to understand what's working and what's not working. So we have some work to do to put together some KPIs to allow our executive team to see trends over time. So we also want to increase our activity in CopaNet and ensure we take full advantage of this amazing connecting tool. We've posted some things in CopaNet, but there's a lot of opportunity to share with, with everybody. So so those are some of the things that we're working on and we're kind of seeing in 2022 for us to do. So very exciting.
Yeah, I think it is very exciting, transparency and efficiency. And I have to tell you, when I hear paperless, I think it's fantastic because the only trees out there that'll be crying will be weeping willows because we're not going to be touching the trees no more when we come paperless. So that's just, wonderful. I hope that you'll come back, in a few months and let us know how some of these things are going. I know that next week we're going to be talking to Jen Jonas about a mentorship program that we are starting here at Copa Health. And when I hear about these new programs, I often wonder 2, 3, 4 months, after the fact, even though I'm part of the executive team and I get to know a lot of things that are going on, how you feel they are going. And I want you to be able to share that with others. So thank you so much for being with us today, Gladys.
Thank you, Norm. And if any of you have any questions at any time, you're welcome to email me, gladys.lopez@copahealth.org, and I will be happy to direct you to the right person to help you.
Yeah, and I will make sure, Gladys, that your email is included at the end of the Copa Roundup today, just so people don't have any issues, with spelling and whatnot. I have a huge problem sometimes where I misspell something, but no, we really appreciate you being here and hopefully you'll come back soon.
Thank you, Norm. Appreciate it.
Okay, everybody, that is our Copa Roundup for this week, Friday 15th. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Next week, we're looking forward to have Jen Jonas, who is with our People First department, and she's going to be talking about an exciting program, very similar to what Gladys was talking about, a new program where we are going to have mentorship opportunities, both to be a mentor and to be a mentee. And I think that it's going to be just so fantastic to learn about that and see how it goes here at Copa Health, because there's just so much fabulous leadership and knowledge here at Copa Health that I think can be passed from one person to another and help make sure that this company is stable going long into the future. So until next week, everybody, take care, and we will see you on Friday, April 22nd. Hopefully everybody will have a great Easter. Bye now.